Hi BookTube, Sara here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am coming to you with my Harlequin anticipated reads for August of 2020. So how I work this every month is I look at all the imprints that I personally read that are published by Harlequin. It's not, a list of everything. I don't really read the dares. I do read some of the medical, some of the presents, but they're generally not my favorites. But I go through all the ones that I really enjoy, and I pick a favorite out of all the ones being published out of each imprint each month. So one per imprint. So what I am asking, not only am I going to be sharing, these books with you in this video as an anticipated reads, but also I am looking for you guys to pick me a book, as I always ask every month. Let me know which one you think of all the ones I'm going to mention sounds the best, and post it in the comments below, and I will do my best to get to it in August. My August TBR, which is now finalized, I think. I think I finalized it about 3 times now. I keep adding and subtracting and I really want to read this. I'll talk about that next week when I get to my August TBR. But it's pretty full, but I will do my best to add whatever book it is that you guys pick, because it is the summer fling next month. So it's read all the romance, and to add one more book, really, is it going to make that much of a difference? Probably not in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, definitely pick one of these from me, and let me know which one you guys think I should read. So I'm not going to do the whole picture thing here. I'm trying this with my Kindle Fire, just holding up the picture on this, and I've got my laptop over here with my notes so I don't forget anything. But so that's how we're going to work this video, because I am trying to make the editing process a little bit easier on myself. So yeah, anyway, the first book, of course, is a Harlequin desire novel, and this is In Bed with the Rancher by Sara Orwig. Sorry about the glare and all that. I'm not even going to bother apologizing. There's going to be glare. This is the first book in the Return of the Texas Heir series. So this one is about a man by the name of Wade and a woman by the name of Ava. And Wade is in a car wreck, and she saves him from this car wreck, and he has amnesia. And, the only thing that he really knows is that he kind of has a thing for her, the hots for her, essentially. But what does it say here? A case of mistaken identity and family secrets could tear them apart. So, sounds really good. I do love a good, Western rancher type story. And yeah, this one sounds fantastic. Next up, we have a Harlequin Heartwarming, and I do love these. For those of you who are not familiar as much with the imprints, this imprint is a clean romance imprint. It's not a faith-based, but it is clean, so there's no adult content in these. And this one just sounds so adorably cute, and it's called The Dalmatian Dilemma, and it is by Cheryl Harper. So this is book 2 in the Veterans Road series, and this is about a woman by the name of Raina, who is a veteran, and she has just come home, I guess, from serving her country, and she wants to be a firefighter, and it's much to her family's objection. They really don't want her to do that. So in order to get in good with the fire chief, she offers to train their new Dalmatian dog. So she is helping a gentleman, a firefighter by the name of Sean, and there's going to be a relationship between the two of them. But you guys know me if you've been watching me for a while. I'm definitely a cat person, but I do love dogs, and I love stories that feature dogs, and especially working dogs. I just think are delightful. So this one sounds absolutely adorable. Next up, we have a Harlequin historical, and this is Aspirations of a Lady's Maid by Eva Shepherd. This one sounds really good. It's about a woman by the name of, is it listed here? Nellie. She has opened a hairdressing salon, and she, is happy to be owning her own business, and she has decided that she just wants to run her business and has no interest in, having a love life of any kind. And then she is caught mocking, what is his name? A landowner, a very wealthy landowner named Dominic, his lifeless engagement to a lady. And what she doesn't expect is that he is actually now going to defend her in a tavern brawl. Well, brawl. And he gets injured. So he is now recouping at her house, and now we get into the trope of close quarters, and of course a romance. Now the fact that he's engaged, I'm not too sure about, and how that's all going to play out, but this one just sounds interesting. I love the fact that she owns her own business, and that it's not necessarily what the atypical historicals are about with you know, dukes and ladies and things, that he's just a wealthy landowner, just a wealthy landowner, and she owns her own hairstyle, like her own hairdressers, and I just think that's delightful, and I am very excited to potentially read this one. Next up, we have a Harlequin intrigue novel, and this is Someone is Watching by Amanda Stevens. I love the cover of this one. This is book 3 in an Echo Lake novel series. So, look at that cover, you guys. Isn't that creepy? I mean, not that she's creepy. It's just, it's very foreboding. And in this one, our main character is Ellie, and his name is Sam. And 15 years earlier, she escaped abduction by a monster, a killer. And her and her 2 friends, while they were out somewhere, they escaped abduction. And she's always kind of lived in fear that this guy was going to come back. So Sam, who is a special agent, he has reopened the case, and when new evidence kind of comes to light, and now they're concerned that this guy might be after her again. So that is the plot of this one. It sounds really good. I do love the intrigues. For the last 2 months, you guys have picked the intrigues for me to read, and I have not been disappointed. This is probably one of, you know, it's in my top 3 of the imprints. This one, the special editions, and I do really love the heartwarming ones as well. But like, if I had to pick a top 3, and the historicals, like, it's hard to really pick, but I do really love the intrigues. I just love the romantic suspense elements. So yeah, I am very excited to also potentially get to this one. Next up, we have a Harlequin romance, and this one is definitely the trope of forced proximity, if you will. And this is A Year with the Millionaire Next Door by Barbara Wallace. Isn't he cute? The cover just drew me, and I thought he was kind of adorable. And this is not part of a series. So this is about a woman by the name of Stella and a guy by the name of Linus. And she has escaped her wealthy, or her very high-powered job, and flown, does it say where she goes? Flown across the Atlantic. That's all it says. So she's spending a year kind of, you know, all by herself in this house that she has rented. And this wealthy millionaire next door, of course he's wealthy, he's a millionaire. He is also a tech genius. He is taking a year's sabbatical as well. And of course the 2 of them end up having a relationship. Sounds absolutely adorable. Again, the forced proximity in a way, because they are living right next door to each other for a whole year. And yeah, it sounds really cute. Next up is a Harlequin romantic suspense, and this is Serial Escape by Melinda D. Lorenzo. Now, I've read her before, and I really like her work, so this one jumped out at me when I saw it. And it's about a woman by the name of Raven, and she was once hunted by a serial killer. And now her nightmares are becoming real again, because that serial killer has escaped from prison. And she is enlisting the help of a detective by the name of Lucien. And they have a storied past, if you will. I guess at one point they were in a relationship of sorts, and he is going to help her. And of course, they're going to try and catch the killer and get him back into jail where he belongs. Sounds really good. Again, I really do love these romantic suspense ones, and this one I think would be a lot of fun to read. Next up, we have a Harlequin special edition, and I do love these ones as well. This is The Marines Rode Home by Brenda Harlen. I've been reading her for years and years and years, and she has not disappointed me. Yes, this is another one featuring a dog. So this is the story of Jake and Molly, and Jake is home from an explosion ended his military career, it says. So he's home from serving, and he is pretty much just wanting to stay to himself. He's suffering from PTSD, and he's pretty much able to get through during the day, but it's nighttime that these horrible dreams and things plague him with his PTSD. And he's been having some run-ins of sorts with the local bartender named Molly, and I believe she's actually his next-door neighbor as well. And the thing is, he's trying to stay clear. He just wants to heal and start to get back to life and things like that. But his dog has decided that Molly is going to be the woman for Jake. So Molly keeps the dog keeps going over to Molly's place, and trying to bring the 2 of them together. And it sounds delightful. The fact that the dog is playing Cupid, I think just sounds so cute. And this one, yeah, I would really be happy to read this one. Next, we have a love-inspired romance, and this is The Orphan's Blessing by Lorraine Beatty. Now, these are faith-based romances, so these are also, of course, clean and faith-based. And this one is about a woman by the name of Sophie who has just tracked down her long-lost sister. Only just before she goes to meet her, finds out that the sister has just passed away. And she has left her 3 children, her 2 girls and a boy, in the care of their guardian. It just says their guardian. I'm not sure how he is related in any way to the sister. So Sophie wants to go and, of course, spend time with her nieces and nephew. And she's kind of running into problems with the guardian because he doesn't know, what her true intentions are and things like that. Sounds really cute. A whole found family kind of an atmosphere to it. And these books are super sweet, very light. Some of them can get a bit more heavy on the religious aspect of it, so it's all your personal preference, but they are still really, really enjoyable. And I love the fact that these ones, along with the heartwarming books, tend to focus more on the emotional relationship as opposed to the physical relationship. And I'm not saying that the other books don't focus on the emotional relationship as well, but these ones, of course, because the physical aspect is taken out of it, these can be a lot more emotional, and they're really enjoyable, and this one sounds absolutely adorable. And last but not least, we have a love-inspired suspense, which, as I just talked about with the love-inspired, this is their romantic suspense, faith-based line. And this one, again, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you're going to know why I picked this one. We have Alaskan Showdown by Sara Varland. I really like Sara Varland. I've read her before. I think you guys picked another one of her books for me, maybe last year. And this one is about a woman who runs across the body of a missing hiker in their small town in Alaska. And it looks like it could be the work of a serial killer that has been dormant, if you will, for decades. So she is going to work with an officer named Levi, and the two of them, of course, are going to try and track down this serial killer. It just sounds really good. Again, I really love these romantic suspense books, and these ones as well. Again, it's the romantic suspense, but of course more on the emotional relationship as opposed to the physical relationship. And the fact it takes place in Alaska is just catnip for me. And it's got a search and rescue dog in it, so it's checking all the boxes for me. This one sounds really great, and I think I would be really excited to read this one as well. So that is all the books that I have to share with you guys today. I hope that you like this. I know it was a little quick, and I was a little bit all over the place in a way, but I know I'm getting a glare off this. I'm going to try and fix that, in videos going forward, but I just think it's so much easier just to hold that up as opposed to editing it twice to put the pictures in for you guys, because I do want you guys to see the covers. And of course, all the books will be listed in the description box below. And also, again, please let me know which one do you think that I should read in August. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.